so people can multi-class now. It looks like they didn't wipe any of the characters' progress or their inventories on tests, so all they did was add the multi-class system. I will modify this so that we can see things. Okay. This next section of bullets is for the live server. So live service, 4:45 p.m. is when it's starting. So in 15 minutes plus 40 and then 2 hours. So, I don't know, like 7 p.m. Eastern. It should be back up-ish. All right, anyway, fixed. Ornate Jazzer and Heavy Gambison couldn't be equipped when using Slayer Fighter because they changed those to cloth. So Slayer Fighter should be able to use those. Rogue Penetrating Shot was, Ranger's Penetrating Shot was applied to melee weapons. Well, that's good. Fighter Breakthrough was not removing Cyclops as slow. Fixed an issue where continuous escape quest was completed without having to escape continuously. Okay, added real-time control to cloth simulation option to track the most frequent crashes. The attenuation range of footstep sounds has been slightly reduced. Interesting, so you won't be able to hear people from as far away. Moving while crouching will not make footstep sounds again. The footsteps for walking has not changed, and no footstep sounds will be made while walking except for plate shoes. Okay, so they spelled it crouching. All right, so crouching steps make noise, walking steps don't. So very much like OG, like early days Tarkov, if you're stand walking, it doesn't make sound. If you crouch walk, it does. Movement speed when crouching has been increased from 45 to 65% because, again, it makes footstep sounds, so they gave us more run speed when crouch walking. Walking speed slowed to 40% from 45, so that's been nerfed. Interesting. Resourcefulness now affects the cooldown timers on skills and perks. Oh, okay. That's huge. That's huge. That's massive huge. Resourcefulness affecting cooldown timer is huge. Wow, they actually made it kind of a useful skill or a useful stat with that. Breakthrough duration changed from 5 to 8 seconds and knockback immunity has been added. Interesting. Perfect block cooldown changed from 18 to 10 seconds. Shield slam to 10 seconds from 15. Victory strike health recovery amount changed from 5 to 15%. Holy God. PDR fighters rejoice. Rogue creep no longer makes footstep sounds when crouching, and its movement speed bonus has been removed. Okay, all right. Cleric's will changed from 25 to 23. Resourcefulness changed from 10 to 12, so clerics are going to get slightly better cooldown speed. Accelerando no longer affected by persuasiveness and is now fixed at 8 seconds. Allegro no longer affected by persuasiveness and is now fixed at 8 seconds. So Accelerando and Allegro, no matter what, are 8 seconds in duration. Warlock, and I guess the difference between these two, Accelerando and Allegro, is going to be the quality of it. So like it's how much speed do you get, but it's going to be fixed at a fixed duration. Warlock's strength changed from 13 to 11, and resourcefulness changed from 12 to 14. Maximum values of most random modifiers have been reduced. This modification reduces the gear gap compared to before. So max value of most random modifiers reduced. That's interesting too. So I'm guessing that means that they've shaved points off again. So like instead of there being like +3 to stat points on gear, maybe they went back to +2. And like for the plus all, maybe they went back to +1 all at most. We'll have to see like on the spreadsheet when the wiki guys pull it. Items placed in the various vault will appear in Marvelous chests for a while. Items placed in the vault will appear in the Marvelous chest for a while. I don't know. What does this mean? Items placed in the various vault will appear in Marvelous chests for a while. You can get named items from Marvelous. Right. Oh, floor loots. Oh, okay. Okay. Items placed in the vault will appear in Marvelous chests. Okay. So what it means is like items that were placed like on the floor or would have been placed on the floor in like the boss rooms, like in the vault rooms, would show up in the Marvelous chest for a bit. So the floor loot's going into the Marvelous chest. Is that the idea? You can get named items from Marvelous chests. Okay. So this is what it means. It's not like a raid duration thing. They're saying like temporarily. Okay, I get it. They're saying that temporarily moving forward until they figure out a better system. There's probably a reason why they did this for like loose loot on the ground. Instead of there being like loose loot like strewn about on the map, like placed on the floor or on like a shelf, in those vault rooms, it's going to be in the Marvelous chest instead. That's what it means. Okay, I got it. We got it. And I think that makes sense. So that way you can't hold the mystic gem like people were doing and be able to like peek through the door and see if there's a unique inside. Because that's what people were doing. Like they'd pull the gem out and then they could like clip their head through the door and like see inside the room to see if there was something good in there. Gear score based matchmaking has been added for testing. This replaces HR ranked based matchmaking. So no more rank matchmaking. It's going to be based on how good your gear is. Interesting. People are sitting in front of the locked doors to see what items are inside. Yeah. So we knew that this was coming, but obviously we have no idea how the system works. We don't know where the breakpoints are, so we'll have to see. Okay. I'm just going to like rip this off, like read this real quick. Hotfix aims to reduce the gear gap and adjust balance in preparation for excessive synergies brought about by the upcoming multiclass. Test 3 on the test server. Multiclass test on the test server will have a maximum test character level restricted to level 150. Additionally, to facilitate testing, the required amount of experience needed to level up has been greatly reduced, allowing for quick progression. Some features of the multiclass system on test are currently incomplete, such as the ability to redeem reward tokens. So reward tokens don't work. We've also made several attempts to fix the significant increase in crashes since the engine update. We'll be monitoring these logs in real time. Okay. All right, cool. Well, there you go, boys. That's everything. Yeah, we're just gonna go in with Sobad and Jay and test it out and see what we can do.